As a general surgeon, I am asked to place, unclog, or replace feeding gastrostomy tubes all of the time. A feeding gastrostomy tube is an important part of what I do as a general surgeon. We place them in patients for failure to thrive, previous strokes, cancer patients, and millions of patients rely on enteral feedings through a gastrostomy tube. The problem is the current products that we have certain limitations. They get clogged all of the time, usually in the nursing home. Patients have a lot of pills, a lot of medications, a lot of thick nutrition goes through them, and the tubes are very, very long. That makes clogging them a very common problem. It's very difficult to unclog them at times, and it really backs up everybody in the emergency room for something that we should be able to come up with a better device. I am happy to say that Fidmi Medical has come up with a device that has really created an unmet need for all of us that place, replace, and unclog feeding gastrostomy tubes. The low profile is a significant feature, number one. Number two, the disposable inner tube can be removed, easily replaced by the patient, by the patient's family, by the nurse, by someone other than an emergency room or a physician. And number three, another feature is if and when it's time for it to come out, a simple unlocking device, the internal bumper gets broken up and passed distally, and it's easy to come out. Now, some of the tubes, the only way I can get them out safely is to bring the patient to the GI lab or the operating room, scope the patient to make sure it's okay, and then remove the tube. It's another procedure. It is costly, it is timely, and it is unnecessary now that Fidmi Medical has come up with this device that, in my opinion, is going to completely change the paradigm of the types of tubes we use because of its ease of placement, its ability to become unclogged by anybody, not just the ER nurse or a physician. Changing it is also very easy. Removing it is very easy. And there is much less chance of it accidentally being dislodged. About 6 months ago, I placed a standard gastrostomy tube in a nursing home patient. She did well. It was a regular long tube. 6 hours later in the evening, she was moving around in bed, accidentally pulled the tube out. The problem was that the nurse called the physician on call of the nursing home, not Stephen Cohen, forgot to relay that it was a fresh tube. The doctor instructed the patient and the nurse to wait till the next morning. 6 hours later, the patient was in cardiac arrest. The stomach had pulled away from the anterior abdominal wall. Stomach contents leaked out. She succumbed from her inadvertent pulling of a gastrostomy tube. It's those kinds of issues that should never happen in a simple procedure, but up until now, we have not had a device like the Fidmi Medical device that works as well to be placed, to be unclogged, much less decreased risk of somebody pulling it out or getting caught in a bed sheet or getting caught on the rail. And anybody can unclog it and or change it very easily and efficiently. It will soon be the product that I go to for every patient who needs a feeding tube. Thank you very much.